Ooh, I don't think. Do you? I don't think you do, but. Oh shoot! Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 10, Love Hashira Mitsuri Kanroji. Last episode was Moichiro's not backstory, but like his time to shine and just like defeat the Gyoko. I think that was his name. So cool. And then we switched to Tanjiro that was facing the upper level demon, his new version, his Dragon Ball version. Cause he just looks like a Dragon Ball character to me. So he was swallowed by one of the dragon heads, serpent head or whatever, and then that's where Mitsuri like jumped in and just saved him, and now she's about to go and face this demon. So I'm guessing since Moichiro defeated Gyoko that she's gonna defeat this one. So yeah, I'm excited. And before we get into this episode, if you guys are my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please continue support me on Patreon at patreon.com/feelmini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. The final episode? What? It's the final episode? I'm sad. Yeah, what I was trying to say about her, the outro, you see Kanroji, her normal self, turning away from another person that basically has the same hair, like the way she braids her hair and everything, but just like different color, like black or brown or whatever, turning away from each other or whatnot. So ever since I've been seeing that, I've been thinking either this is someone that she's close to that loves her so much that basically emulates her, like her hairstyle and stuff like that. That's what I've always been leaning toward too. But after seeing her backstory a little bit, because I feel like there's more to her than just that little bit that they showed us. So, but after watching that, it seems like that was just basically herself saying goodbye, letting go of her wanting to be that normal, unassuming, weak, that doesn't eat a lot, girl that she was trying to pretend to be to get, married and stuff. So I feel like that was basically her turning away from that part of herself and accepting who she is, So I'm like, girl, they started her backstory with, now before we even get to that, she was facing this demon child. And yeah, that demon child has a foul mouth, man. And he called her a tramp and stuff, and she was like, huh? Did you just call me that? And then she started attacking him, and he was unleashing all these amazing, these snake heads, lizard, whatever, was sending all of these lizards heads at her and stuff. But then she was able to, defend herself enough so that she can wrap her sword around his head. But she didn't know that that was not the main head that you needed to cut. But in that particular moment, she did not know that. And by the time she knew that it was too late. And then the demon launched this attack at her. But it did not do anything to her. Well, it knocked her out for like a second. And that's where they went into the backstory. And they basically showed us how ever since she was a little kid, she's just been this strong little kid, just defeating grown men in arm wrestling and stuff. Like, she was just super strong. And then her hair color changed. when the I noticed the after hair color change and she was eating the whatever it's called that has sort of like had the same color as her hair and everything. I noticed that, but I didn't think that that was the reason why her hair color changed. But then when they started her backstory, there was this dude that was just like, no one's gonna marry you unless he's a boy or whatever, whatever. And I don't want to see our children have your hair color or something or that. I'm like, dude, that's the reason why you don't want to marry her because of her hair color? For real? Okay. And then I'm like, the fact that she's so super strong and is able to defeat men pretty easily, I feel like, at least to me, that was the main reason why this guy did not want to marry her. He didn't want to admit that this girl can beat him to a pulp, is stronger than him, and why not? And he's just using the fact that she has this hair color, which is that hair color is so cute. What is he talking about? Either way, he was using that as an excuse to reject the marriage talks and whatnot. So she just went into this sort of like depression mode where she was just like, okay, if this is the reason why no one is gonna be marrying me, then I'm just gonna dye my hair color black. I'm not gonna show people that I'm strong. I'm not gonna be eating too much and all of that. And I'm like, girl, if you have to do all of that, I'm glad that when the one dude was like wanting to marry her, and then she's like, okay, am I gonna have to hide who I am for the rest of my life? And I'm like, yeah, girl, that is not worth it. If the person that you want to marry cannot love you for who you really are, then that marriage is doomed to failure since the very beginning. That means that person doesn't like you. He likes another version of you, and that marriage is not gonna work. So they didn't actually show what happened with him, but I feel like she decided to show this person who she really was, and clearly she's not married. So yeah, and then she didn't actually also show us how she got to become a demon slayer. We just see her talk with the master and whatnot. The master telling her that she's been given a gift and whatnot. So it's like there's something that we still haven't seen from her backstory, especially when you consider all the Hashiras so far, I guess, and their backstory and how traumatic they are. When it comes to her, I didn't see any of that. So I'm like, okay, did she not go through anything like that? And she also mentioned, I believe, if I remember correctly, in the previous episodes, where I think it was her and Tanjiro talking about her family and how she said that she had many siblings, In this backstory, we only saw the one, the little brother, that's the only sibling that we saw. So it's like there has to be more siblings after that little boy, right? So there's still more about her that we don't know. So after that attack from the Dragon Ball Z after that attack, she was sort of like stunned, and the demon was just like gonna go after and just kill her and what devour her. I'm not sure. That's when Tanjiro and Genya, right, and Nezuko, they jumped in to save her, and that was when she snapped out of her momentary blackout. And seeing how these three were just like protecting her, and when Tanjiro said that she was their ray of hope and everything, it just sort of like gave her this renewed sense of purpose, I guess. And she just like, okay, I need to. She said she's been unconsciously sort of like holding back her strength, her full strength. And now that she basically knew that she needed to protect these three, and she was not gonna let anybody die, any of her friends die, she was gonna protect her friends and stuff. She unleashed basically her full power, and then she went after this dude, and she told the other three to go look for the main body and kill it. So that's what they were doing. Those three started running after the little bitty one, and she was just taking care of the Dragon Ball character and basically keeping him focused on her while the others go after that little bitty one. And they went after it. They found it. He was encased in this tree thing that was hard to get him out of. Kenya tried to use his sword. The sword was cut in half. And then you had Tanjiro. Nezuko used her fire, her blood on the thing, and then fire it up, and then it became sort of like malleable, I guess, a little bit. And that's where Tanjiro, what is it, Tanjiro? I don't know. They all banded together, and then there was a point where Genya, like it was hard to open up because the thing was in there, right? It was hard to open up. So Genya is like, he was gonna eat it, a little bit, because once he eats a demon, especially if the demon is strong enough, he gets this extra muscular strength and stuff. Just some attributes that helps when it comes to defeating demons and stuff. So he ate a little bit, and that gives him also strength. And they were able to open the thing up, but then the little bitty demon started running away. And when Tanjiro was like, don't run away, or something, or you ran away from your responsibilities, just what he was saying just reminded me of that dude that killed Rengoku. What was his name? He was also an upper demon. Thought I wrote it. Akaza, yeah. Akaza. It reminded me of what he was telling Akaza when Akaza was running away because the sun was coming up, and demons don't like the sun. That reminded me of what Tanjiro was telling him, And what he was saying to this little demon was just like, it showed us just a snapshot of his backstory, and he was saying something about there was this dude that was basically telling him to take responsibility for his lying, and then he was like, he's never lied. He's been this weak little person that's never lied, but then people keep picking on him or something like that. Like, I don't know, and I don't care. So yeah, all three of them, while he was running away, Genya got super mad, and then he like picked up a tree and then just launched it at him, but the guy was able to esquive. It didn't hit him, and then the last thing we saw was Nezuko just like on the attack, and then I black out. I'm like, really? How can y'all do that? Next episode is the last episode. For some reason, I didn't think it was going to be done so soon. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going on vacation next week. I'm not sure that I'll be able to react to another. I don't think I'm going to be able to react to the next episode, the last episode, next week. So I'm trying to. I don't want to let that whole week go without any reaction, right? So I've decided that while I go and come back, I'm gonna react to someone recommended. That time I got reincarnated as a slime or something or other like that. I think that's the title of the anime. I saw I read the title like many times. Like when I go on Crunchyroll, like I see the thumbnails and stuff, but it never, like that title by itself is just like, it was a turn off for me. So I never wanted to check it out. But since I'm not going to be able to be here, and if there was like many episodes of Demon Slayer left, then I will be reacting to those episodes and try to upload them, and while I'm on vacation, I can just release them and stuff on time. But I'm not going to be able to do that because this is basically like a weekly kind of thing. So I'm not going to be able to react to the next week's episode like in time. So I'm thinking about just reacting to that one episode, like checking that one episode out. And maybe I'll go from there after Demon Slayer is done. After I finish with Demon Slayer, maybe if I like it, because I don't know if I will like the anime, like the first episode. Depending on how it goes, I might continue with that after Demon Slayer is done. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about doing. So yeah. If you guys like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to the first episode of that time I got reincarnated as a slime, I believe that's the title, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/filmini, and you can also see the full info for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Yeah. Hello.